Hey guys, welcome back. First off, I would like to apologize for having taken so long to get up a new video. I am so very sorry. I was on vacation, I was on vacation in Brussels, seeing Lamb of God with my husband for his birthday, and then it was our anniversary the next week, and we were in Garmisch, which is in southern Germany near Munich, and then that's when I got really sick on vacation, and it took me a while to recover from it, and then we went back to Brussels again this weekend for a day to remember. So it's been a crazy couple of weeks, and I am so sorry I didn't have anything up for you. However, I am back with a tutorial, and it's going to be using this Sephora Enchanting Eye Palette. It's a square, and it's super sparkly, like it's all silver and sparkly, and inside there are 14 eyeshadows. 14, are you kidding me? The best part about that, other than the 14 shadows, is that it was only $15. I think I got mine on sale after Christmas for $15, but I think it only retails for $22, so it's really not very expensive for 14 eyeshadows. I've been playing around with them a little bit, and they're really fun. There's a couple of mattes, not very many, maybe 3 or 4 mattes, mostly shimmers, no sparkles though, no chunky glitter sparkles, which I really like. And so, yeah, I thought I would do a look using this palette. Today we're going to be using if the lid will stay open, we're going to be using these two colors down here, this like barky color and this sandy color, and then we're going to be using this maroon and this purple. And they are beautiful colors, and I love using them, so I thought we would just go ahead and jump in and see how it goes. So I'm going to first prep my eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is an Eden. Just going to take the wand and wipe it all over my eye. And then take my ring finger and gently spread it all around. I go all the way up to my brow bone, but you don't have to. And then under the eye as well. It's mostly just habit. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to put eyeshadow under my lower lash line yet. And same thing on the other side. Using your ring finger because it's gentle. Spreading it all around, lash line to brow bone, all the way around. Alright, now I'm going to take this professional eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. It's the white handled one that has like just the plain tip on it, and we're going to take that in the bark color and spread it all over our lids. I'm going to use a combination of patting and sweeping, but mostly sweeping with this because I don't want the color to be super obvious. It's kind of more just like a subtle sheen. So, kind of patting it in place and then swiping over it to soften the deposit of pigment. Alright, and then I'm going to take that brush and just flip it over. I'm going to take that in this like peachy color that's a little bit sparkly. It's at the bottom of the palette, the sparkly one, excuse me, not the matte one at the top. And this one's going to go under our brow bone. I like to go all the way across my eyebrow. I don't know why. I've never just been the person that just puts the highlight under the arch. That might be wrong, but I like the way it looks. And then we're also going to take that peachier color and stick it right in the corner. You can also use the white down here at the bottom of the palette for that same pop of color in the inner corner of your eye if you really want it to stand out. This is kind of a daytime look for me, so I'm not going to go super crazy with it. And then I'm going to take from the same white handled line from e.l.f. the professional defining eye brush. Ooh. And we're going to take this in the maroon color and windshield wiper this all across our eye for that smoky effect. If you're not super comfortable with dark colors, use a very light hand. You can just very gently dip the brush into the color, and you can kind of tap it onto your eye and then very gently diffuse it. And the more you blend it out, the more the color will become diffused and subtle and all of that. For me, I'm going to pull that color just a little bit up onto my brow bone because I do want you to be able to see it when my eyes are open. I just love this color. I think it is so pretty. It's not too in your face, it's not too vampy, it's not too bright, it's not too like pop. Like, I don't know, I just really like it a lot. And I'm bringing this just about all the way into the inner corner of my eyes. Not all the way into this part, but like pretty much all the way through the socket. And I really like this look. You could stop here if you want. I do something similar to this all the time. My like everyday go-to have 5 minutes to do my face includes a color like this. I think it's from MAC. It's like Star Violet or something. And it ends up looking really similar to this. But I want to go a little bit extra, and I really like the way this purple looks in the palette, so I want to use it. I'm going to use the same brush because I feel like it. You could also use like a contouring eye socket brush like this. It's got like the domed bristles in it that are kind of made more for getting it into your socket, which is what we're going to do with this. But I'm going to show you a trick with this brush that I like to use, the angled one still, that gets similar effects if you don't have one of the domed shape brushes. Because I always have one of these with me, always. It's always in my like travel to go bag. I don't always have a dome brush with me. So I'm going to gently tap my brush into that color, the purple color, and I'm actually going to tap off the excess on the outside of the palette. And then I'm going to take the brush, and instead of holding it like I would for a windshield wiper, I'm going to turn it so it's kind of like it's facing at you. And I'm going to put that in the socket. And then you can kind of, you'll still do the windshield wiper motion, but with the concentration in the socket. So it's going to give you a nice defining aspect. Oh, I have an eyelash down here. There we go. It'll give you the same definition without having the domed brush if you don't happen to have one, or if you don't take one when you travel. Like I don't ever, I usually just take things like this when I travel, just the flat shader brush and the angled one when I travel, because they're all I know that I need. So again, into that purple, tapping off the excess, turning it into my eye and placing it in my socket, and then doing my windshield wiper back and forth from there. And that just really concentrates the color in the socket, which will give you some depth on your eyelid. And then if you want, which is what I usually do, I'll flip it back to normal and I'll just do a little bit of extra on the corner over here. I think it's so pretty. To give you just a little bit of extra. And that way also your eyelids aren't just like shiny, kind of like blank boringness. So that is it for the eyeshadow. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using this Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in 621 Noir. It's one of the Twist Up. That's the word. Twist Up. And it's got a little smudger on the end and a sharpener. These are like $4 at the drugstore. And I'm just going to do a top line. I was going to do a tight line, but again, this is a daytime look. Doesn't need to be that intense. No, it doesn't want to zoom in. This is just going to go along the top line. This is also going to break up some of the this will also break up some of the monotony of that like bark colored eyeshadow we put across our lids. I really like that color, but too much of it is just too like shiny and blah for me. So I like this to kind of break it up. Do the other side. You're trying to get your eyeliner as close to your lash line as you can. That way it's not super obvious. You're just using your eyeliner to kind of make your eyes pop and make them stand out and make them look really, really beautiful, but not look like a panda. Pandas are cute and all, and I love pandas, but I don't know what I'm going for here. And then I'm also going to take the same one and I'm going to run it under my lower lash line about halfway. I have to make crazy eyes. And then just to soften that out a little bit, I'm going to put the cap back on. And I'm going to take the smudger and just very quickly run it over. So it's not too, like, I don't want to say opaque, but if it's too perfect and it's too concentrated, then it just looks really deliberate. And again, it's the middle of the day. I don't need a super harsh look, and I don't really want one either. Then I'm going to go in with my Voluminous Million Lashes Mascara in Waterproof from L'Oreal. I am at the tail end of this mascara and I am so happy. I just didn't like it, but it, I mean, it was waterproof. That was nice. It worked really well in Hawaii. It just isn't my favorite. Excuse me. Excuse my crazy face while I do my bottom lashes. Alright, so that is it for the eyes. However, I know that some of you are going to experience fallout with your eyeshadow. So one of the things you can do is wait to do your under eye concealer until after you've done your eyeshadow. I already did my foundation, blush and bronzer, and lipstick, but I haven't done my concealer yet, especially under my eyes. So I'm going to use my Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller to conceal my under eyes and also cover up any of the fallout from the eyeshadow that might have occurred. I know you're supposed to roll it on, but I get way too much product when I roll it on, so I dot it onto my face. That way I can control the amount of product that comes out. And then I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to gently tap it in. Got a little too much still, even tapping it on. Tap it in under the eyes and clean up this mess. The reason why you want to tap with your ring finger instead of wiping is when you wipe, you can tug at the skin. The skin around your eyes is really, really delicate, so you don't really want to do any extra damage to it because it's going to get damaged as you get older anyway. So you want to be as nice as possible. And voila, that's my look for today. So again, this is using the Sephora Enchanting Eye Palette. It's the sparkly box with the 14 colors inside. It's a pretty good range too, now that I'm looking at it from a different angle. That blue looks really pretty. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace, love, and smiles.